Hey guys, hi, welcome to this live session. Just give me guys 1 second to just get everything ready here. I hope you can hear me, see me, and everything is fine here. Welcome guys, welcome to this session today, live session with me, Pari Patri, and today again we are continuing the discussion from yesterday. If you haven't watched my video yesterday, it's on YouTube. Please go ahead and watch it. It's very intense topic. I've shared a lot of stuff in that video, and today we are going to continue on the same. Okay, so make sure you join me, guys. Welcome, guys, and you can go ahead and share this information on your groups, in your pages, because I'm going to share some tips today about the topic. I'm going to share you guys some tips that I use personally to get out of the drama zone. I'm going to talk a lot about drama. Hey Surekha, welcome back. Thanks for joining. So where are you watching me from? And I am glad you are back today. I'm so happy that you are here. Thank you. Please share the link of the YouTube video on YouTube. Okay, so I'm just going to put the link here of, you mean the old video? Okay, I'm going to put the link. All right. And hey guys, I want to tell you something crazy. So I have today announced, actually officially started a WhatsApp group, inner circle group. Okay, they've already, I just started in the evening. I think there are already about 76 people in there, 80 people as of now who have joined. So if you would like to join my inner circle, so you can get notified about any programs, meditation circles, or anything, just you can get directly on your work, because so many people have asked me. I was avoiding that. I didn't want to get into, because there's so many groups on WhatsApp. So Sureka says Wisconsin, and you joined. Great. So many WhatsApp groups. I've been asked so many times. I'm like, yeah, I'll get it. But finally, I started. So I'll be sharing all the events, any kind of meditation sessions, and also the group is admin only most of the time. But Thursday 7 p.m. Eastern to Friday 7 p.m. Eastern, the group will be open for you to directly communicate with me with any questions or any comments or anything that you want to share, which is pretty exciting, right? So Karun, hey Karun, hey, Radhika has been trying to reach you. Are you going to join me on the Conscious Creators Bootcamp this Sunday starting? Guys, Sushmita, welcome guys. Manit, welcome. It is so wonderful to see you guys here. And please, again, go ahead and share this video on your groups, on your pages. If I get 25 shares, I'm going to give you guys a great resource. Okay. So a grounding ebook that I have written personally, which is only for my clients. So if I get 25 shares on Facebook and you mention here that you have shared, then you will get, I will send you guys, give me your email address and I'll send you guys a personal ebook on grounding, different methods that I use on grounding. Okay. So Karun, you're looking forward. Wonderful. Okay. So Radhika will be sending the details about it soon. Okay. About the program. Again, guys, Conscious Creators Mini Bootcamp starting this Sunday. Okay. The registration will close probably on Saturday. So if you are ready to join me, work with me for the next 5 weeks before this year ends, transform the way that you see energy, the way you respond to the reality. If you are ready to overcome stress, anxiety, and really take the power back, then this course is for you. And also, if you want to get confident about teaching the subject to any to your colleagues, to your family, to your friends, to your community, then this is a perfect course. So I'm going to put the link, guys, here to check it out, to work with me. Okay, this is the best offer you can get. Normally, it is not. This is like probably the 2020 prices. Normally, it's not this low. So I would highly, if you are ready to work with me for 5 weeks, guys. This is for 5 weeks. Okay, not 1 week or 2 weeks. 5 weeks. So I would highly recommend to get on, book yourself, reserve your spot, and get on with me for 5 weeks. Okay, we'll have very personal time. It's a very intimate group. Lalita says hi. Welcome, Lalita, to the live. Okay, so I want to ask a question. How many of you deal with drama in your everyday life? Okay, maybe in your friend circle, maybe in your family, maybe in your home. How many of you deal with drama? Okay, and today I'm going to talk about drama, and also I'm going to talk about care and overcare. Okay, that is one topic that we're going to discuss. So there's a lot of stuff here. We're just getting started. So so make sure you, and also I'm doing this live on my private Facebook group. So it's so people, guys, if you're watching from there, hello, how are you? So there are 3 different places this is being relayed. And I cannot see the comments from the group. So you would have to either come on YouTube or on my personal business page to see me live. All right. Okay. Okay, guys. So again, asking the question: how many of you have drama in your house, in your life, whether it is family, friends? Because I had a lot of drama. Okay, and then I'll tell you how to get away from it without judgments, because it's hard to have. Again, our topic is still the judgments. Okay, yesterday we talked about how. About the energy part, about being in the present, about how our belief systems are creating our reality. We talked about that. We had a foundation. We had a foundation for uh, getting into the judgments part, right? So if you have any questions as I'm speaking, just put it in the comments, okay? And I will get to them one by one at the end. So again, welcome, guys, who are joining, and and again, if you have questions, put them and I'll get to them. I don't want to miss any questions today because this is a very, very important topic. And before I go on, tomorrow, Thursday, I'm doing a free meditation class at 9 p.m. Eastern, which is 7:30 a.m. Indian time. If you again, as I mentioned, I announced a WhatsApp group. The link is on my Facebook page, on my Instagram page, not on my Instagram, on my Facebook page. So you can go ahead and click that link and join the group. You will be notified about the class, about everything on there, or you can find it on pssmglobal.org. I'm going to put it here, pssmglobal.org/events, or you can find it on paripatri.com. Those of you, if you haven't yet checked out my website, make sure you go and check out my website and see what I do, the work that I do, and everything, the programs that I have. So we all care in our life, and that is being human, that is being compassionate, that is showing empathy. So care is good. Caring about your family, caring about your community, caring about the planet is good. Caring about yourself is good. Self-care is essential. It is something very, very essential. Correct? Now, when you start to care, and you start to care, you have your family, you have to help them around, and you care for them, you take care of them, you feed them, you do all sorts of stuff to express your care. But the moment that care becomes is infused with, when the care is infused with attachments and expectations, that is when it becomes, you over attach yourself. For example, I have a project, okay, I want to be good, I want to say, back in the corporate world, if anybody of you are in the corporate world, um, you have to deliver, you have to be good, and you care for your project, you want to deliver. But also sometimes, how does it become over care? That means you come home, and you bring home, and you're obsessing about being good, obsessing about being perfect, obsessing about getting it done. When that, because the because why, you're basing your success, you're basing your identity with the success of that project. So it has become, you've attached your value, your worthiness to that project. And that is when it becomes over care. And when that happens, of course, we'll talk about the energy attachments in a bit, but when the care part becomes over care, what happens? Worry, anxiety, or frustration, impatience, all of this start to rise up to the surface. Because what is happening is, it is draining. When you over attach yourself and start worrying about it and start getting into that emotional state, it starts draining you, because these are the emotions that drain us. So our heart is a communicator to our brain. And this is exactly what, Karun, if when you're joined, we are going to discuss in our conscious boot camp. And again, this is open for men and women, everybody. And this is the first time I'm doing that. I always work with women, so, which is pretty new for me as well. But so what I'm saying is, when that care becomes overcare, so that your heart communicates signals to your brain with your emotions. Every emotion has a heart signature. And so whenever the brain detects, your amygdala detects that, okay, you know what, the heart is sending some this kind of signature, that means we need to pump it. This is, this is a stress, something, a stress response has to be triggered. And what happens? It pumps in adrenaline, it pumps in cortisol, it goes into this fight and flight mode, activates that, and you're draining your energies. So these emotions, emotions can either energize you or can either drain you. Okay. So when they're draining, that means these emotions are expensive for you. That means they're taking up a lot of energy out of you to process them. So whenever we attach ourselves, and now, yes, you're going to ask me, hey, you know what, Pari, how can we be in a relationship without expectations? Of course, I'm married to my husband, I'm married to my wife. I do have certain expectations, right? You're going to say that to me, and my husband says that all the time. How can we are not some emotionless persons to be that way. But I'm telling you, as you meditate, as you raise your consciousness, you will start becoming more. And as you start practicing being in coherence, you will start understanding that line between the care and the overcare, attachment and uh, that being obsessed, by getting into that vibrational state. You will identify that, and you will know. So when you have the techniques to get back to into coherence, you will know when there is something happening, you will know when to get back into your coherence and see as an observer. And so you can take control of your emotions, take control of your energies. So I'm gonna take I have a couple of questions here. How to avoid influential energy by other family members who sit with us and judge others? Sometimes we get influenced by those energies. Yes, you're right, absolutely. If especially, and I've been with such people so much of my life, who are very influential in passing judgments. Before I was awakened, I was okay with it. I used to ignore it. I used to strong judgments about meditation, about things like that, very strong judgments, uh, where I used to live with them. And at that point, I was still not awakened. I was still kind of sleeping in a way, spiritually. And I, I was okay to suppress that. I was okay to suppress myself in a way. Okay, let it just pass through. I don't have to listen to it. I don't, I'm not going to get excited about it. So that I would just let it pass by. But now, after I am awakened, the things that you have tolerated all your life, you no longer will tolerate. But instead, you will those situations will automatically retreat as you raise. So what you have to do, Manit, is you focus on what those judgments, because when they are judging others, you or anybody, they are projecting their own energies out and making those energy blocks, limitations for them. Okay, so you are not responsible for what they judge, what they feel, what they think. You are, first thing is understanding, you are not responsible for their sadness or happiness. Nobody is responsible. You are responsible for your feelings, for your happiness, your success, your failures. First thing to understand, we cannot make anybody happy or feel sad. Only if they choose to be happy, they choose to be unhappy, that is when they happen. And this is something that most people do not understand, when I say this. But so you don't, so just when that happens, when you're getting affected by people judgments, and you are getting triggered, one thing is, notice if you are getting triggered anyway by that energies or anything is coming up. Because if that happens, then there is some work needs to be done within you. So this is a great opportunity. In fact, living with such people is a great opportunity for us to know, to evolve, to work on ourselves. It is a blessing, because if everybody is nice and rosy, you're never going to know what is how to the evolution is not going to be there. So it is very important for us to be in a place where people judge you, people complain, people blame. So we understand and we learn, we see what is going on. Okay. And there are techniques that you can practice to become coherence, and that's exactly what we're going to do in the Conscious Creators Bootcamp, is on how you can get back from drama, how you can cut through that, whether it is in your professional life or in your family life. Bal Chanda says, how to be self-controlled in all situations. Sometimes you lose your control because of emotions and you cannot control emotions. Okay. How to be self-controlled. Well, it is practice. Okay. You lose your control because of emotions, yes, and you cannot control emotions. So there are times when, though we are doing meditation every day, though we are being positive, we are working with, I don't know, crystals, working with crystals, because I do work with a lot of crystal healers, energy workers, spiritual workers, and they are all meditators. And I've seen, I worked with Reiki masters, I worked with, uh, you know, entrepreneurs, executives, even though they're spiritual. This is a mistake, and again, this is a topic that I'm going to cover. Even though we may think that we are spiritual, we may still be judging. We may still be judging, even though we think we are spiritual. Even though I'm a Reiki master, I'm an energy, it has nothing to do with, again, controlling our emotions and not getting into the drama. It has nothing to do with, because that pattern, if we are not breaking that, because it can be because of anything, because maybe in your experiences you have struggled, and so you have wired to worry about things. Unless you worry, you don't feel normal. It is some addiction. And again, this whole Joe Dispenza part comes in here. If you know Dr. Joe Dispenza, he talks about this stuff about wiring and getting addicted to the emotions and all that part. um, but if you are in that state, you are going to be creating those patterns. And though you're evaluating, you're meditating, if you're not consciously breaking those patterns, it's not going to go away. You're going to, if you go back to your life being judging others, anything, any judgments, guys, anything, it is so difficult. You know what, I know it is so difficult to not to do it, but we got to start somewhere. We have to start somewhere. Just because it is so difficult, I cannot be living a life, only Buddha can do this or Jesus can do it. We have to start somewhere, and that teaches us self awareness. How to control your emotions is again going back to understanding your physiology, understanding how you can bring yourself into balance, into coherence in the moment. Okay, you don't, this is all about getting into that practice. Every day you got to practice, so join me tomorrow on the meditation session. I'll teach you one technique tomorrow. Okay, if everybody who's watching, join me tomorrow on the meditation session. I'll teach you guys one technique, very simple, very easy technique on how to bring yourself into coherence. We need to take a pause. If something happens, somebody sends you a message that triggers you. Okay, where's my phone? Here. Somebody sends you a message and you read the message. Maybe they're blaming you. Maybe something happened and it triggered you. Don't be in a rush to reply. How can you say that to me? Who do you think you are? Don't be in a rush to reply. Take a moment, take a pause, and practice the coherent techniques. And then get back. Karuna says, what time? Well, it is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, tomorrow 9 p.m. Thursday. Go to pssmglobal.org/events. You'll see the link there. Subscribe to PSSM Global on Instagram or everywhere, Facebook. You will get all the information about the Zoom link and all of that stuff. Okay, so Sushmita, family not all the time, but almost I have drama, which I don't want to have, but how to be as we are exactly. I was talking to one of her friend, and then she says, I was telling about how we should be authentic. Okay. And then she was like, Pari, you talk about being authentic, but we can't be authentic all the time. There are sometimes we have to, even though I want to say yes, I want to say no, I'm forced to say yes because of obligations, because of whatever around. And this is exactly where there is a lot of mindset work, a lot of stuff that needs to be done about the reason why you want to say no. If you're called to a party by somebody and you don't like to go to that person's house, first thing is understanding why there is resistance to go to that person's, because the reason why the resistance exists may not be what you are thinking. It can be completely different. It can be a fear. It can be rooted within and you do not want to face it. So there are different aspects. How you want to be exactly about is the different aspects of why you don't want to speak your voice, why you don't want to express your thoughts. So there's a deeper work to be done behind it on whether is it a fear and what is that fear, or is it some mental block that you cannot, or is it some belief system that is not allowing you to be in resonance with that person. So there are different aspects, and this is something that I do with my clients one-on-one. I also do one-on-one work, by the way. I work with women one-on-one in doing this. This is the actual Conscious Creators Bootcamp program, not the mini program. It is a completely different program. And if you like to work with me personally, you and me personally, and really work, and then you can send me an application and I can see what if we are a good fit to work with each other. And you can book a call with me and talk to me directly and see if this is the right step to work with me. So I'll put the link as well for it, so you can get the link and you can actually send me an email. I'm gonna put the CC also when you send me an email, CC to radhika@paripatri.com. Okay, all right. So you can send me an email and I'll send you the link how to apply and all of that stuff. So we talked about how attachments over when care and over care. When you get too much attached, too much expectation, this person is my husband, my daughter, my wife, she's supposed to behave this way. When we bring those expectations, that's when we start getting into suffering. And this is something Buddha has talked about. This is something in the scriptures. I'm not saying anything new here. I'm not saying anything new. This is something has been there for centuries. But how do you implement that in everyday life? How do you get that? It's just a practice. There's a lot of stuff, mindset, of course. One thing I really understood is really making sure you are taking action, taking responsibility for your life, taking decisions without fear. Okay, most of the times we don't make decisions because of fear. What if it goes wrong? What if this happens? What if that? But darling, the quotation is, darling, what if it works? What if you work, maybe you've been called to work with me, but there is a fear of, I don't know, something of, you can't afford, or you can't, you don't have time, or whatever the fear tells you. What if that is not true? What if you're meant to be successful? What if, just think about, what if it just goes right? Because our fears are always going to be presenting themselves in various different forms: procrastination, overthinking. These are the two major stuff, not able to delegate, perfectionist in you. If you're a perfectionist, that is a fear of not being enough, not being worthy. So if you have a project and you're constantly procrastinating before you deliver, just go for it. Whatever it is, we all learn from feedback is important. Getting afraid of criticism, so many things. And these are all the things that I see in the clients that I work with, because they are all ambitious, powerful women who strive for success, who strive for perfectionism. Balchandra says, another one question: how to forget about the past? Some situations you cannot forget, and also how to forgive easily. How to forget about past? You don't forget about past. You just focus on the present. I know I'm saying it very easily, but trust me, it is that easy. There is no some complicated or complex answer for it. You don't forget past. You don't focus on forgetting something. You focus on what you want. You don't focus on lack. You focus on having it. You don't focus on why I cannot afford. You focus on how I can afford. So focus in the present moment. What can you do in the present moment? Just letting go is very simple, guys. And of course, if it gets difficult, there are many things that you can do. There's a lot of, because every time, again, I mentioned, when we are judging others or thinking about any kind of situation or drama that happened in our life, we create cords. Okay, now we are getting into attachments and energy cords right now. So what happens is, we have just few more minutes here, so I'm gonna talk about this quickly. What happens is, anytime you have a thought, okay, an energy connection, like right now, Balchandra, I'm talking to you. So I have created, even though we are doing it digitally, we have an energy connection here. Okay, you commented something, I'm reading your comment. As soon as you commented on this YouTube, you have created an energy signature. You have created a chord in that comment. Okay, and I have a chord with you because I'm talking to you, I'm reading your comment here, and and the energy connection is created. But for example, if there is, say, trolling happens all the time on internet. If there is some other, says, Sushmita comes and says, Balchandra, you're wrong, this is not a valid question, how, this is such a stupid question, why, how can you ask such a question? Or maybe she says something like that. Somebody else, Karuna, says something else. So if the trolling starts, what happens is your energy is going in. The more you start reading it, the more you start thinking about it, that cord, which is like a string, how do I show you, which is like a string, maybe starts becoming thicker and thicker. So the more you focus on it, the more you think about it, the cord gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So it drains, it's draining your energy, and that's why we get drained out of drama. So the only way to not energize that particular situation or that particular person, even though you are sitting in India, I'm just assuming you're in India. Are you in India, Balchandra? Um, Even though you're distance away, you can still take my energy because I am focusing on you. Energy doesn't have time, space, and distance. A past situation, you think about it, you create a block, emotional block. There, energy gets sucked into that emotion. India, okay, wonderful. So it doesn't matter. So there are a lot of energy work that can be done, cutting the cords. But I just did a women's circle last week for a new moon. We did a whole cord cutting meditation. So if you're a woman, if you identify yourself as a woman, I do a lot of new moon and full moon gatherings. So the next one is on November 28th, full moon gathering. So you can, join me there. So there are a lot of stuff that you can do to let go. Let go is very, very, I know I'm sounding like, I'm just like everything is easy, but really it is just letting go. Like, if you just have to sit with yourself, process that emotion, and just think it's okay. I take my power back. It no longer has the power to affect me. You have to make a decision. Again, guys, decision is the most powerful frequency. When you make a decision, you start the frequency of manifestation. You have to decide. Stop overthinking. Just it's like, think about, like, you are carrying a heavy load and you're just dropping it, just like that. That's it. Letting go. It's freaking so simple. We just make it so difficult. I can't let it go, I can't do this. It's all about you making the decisions. Okay, I am going to let go, I am going to forgive, no matter what. You repeat that until you get into the alignment of that. And if you need help, there are tools that can help you. For example, this is black tourmaline. Sorry, not black tourmaline, black obsidian. This is black obsidian, which is very powerful. Okay, if you are feeling like you're getting trapped in drama or something, this can help. And also, I'm going to give you another crystal that I think is great for drama. I'm going to read about it. Okay, I have this book, jade. If you know jade, it's a green crystal. I had one. I don't think I have right here. No, I don't have jade here. Jade is indications. What are the indications? When you feel agitated. Balchandra says, Patriji says, if you think it's easy, it's easy. And exactly, that's exactly what I'm saying. If you think you can let go, you will. If you think it's difficult, I cannot, it becomes, it cannot. I cannot put, I mean, he is like the best in expressing this. Absolutely. That is exactly what I'm saying. It is that easy. You just have to decide. It is easy. I'm going to let it go. That's it. Done. Done. Simple. Well, okay. The crystal that I want to talk about is jade. Indications. What are the indications? If somebody is agitated, upset, easily pulled out of center by intense experiences, attached to drama, makes things harder or more involved than they need to be, unable to accept the way things are. If these are some, if you know somebody who was going through these emotions or these qualities, then jade is a great stone to work with. It is a vibration of peace, balance, and timeless simplicity. Helps us stay centered in the moment with an awareness and acceptance of our true essence. Um, so that is all about jade. So yeah, so that's a great crystal to work with if you find yourself pulling back into drama, if you find pulling, getting agitated, feeling restless, feeling that you're out of your center, you're not feeling authentic. When you are out of your center, not grounded, you're not authentic. There's a lot of distortions that are happening. So you gotta start clearing that out. And the biggest piece is always connecting to the ground. Grounding is one of my best method to come back into the moment, into this present situation, present time. So that's about, well, yeah, we talked about judgment, how it is actually taking us back, and spirituality and judgment. I'm just going to start this topic, but in my next session I'm going to go deeper into it. Judgment is all about, yeah, again I mentioned spirit. You can be spiritually, but still you can be judgmental. Like how, okay, you say you meditate, how can you do this? Or you say even judging other spiritual gurus. Everybody, there are two rules: non-violence and non-interference. That means we all have, every person, every being on this earth, 3D matrix, has free will. That is the law of free will. That means you can choose what or who you want to be, what you want to feel, what is your emotion. You can choose happiness or sadness. We all have that power, that gift, that law of free will. So if somebody is doing something, they can be spiritual, they can be non-spiritual, they can be religious, they can be non-religious, whatever that is, it is their decision. It is their decision. We just have to give them permission to be and express what they want to express, unless it is they are affecting your free will. As long as they are not affecting your free will, they are choosing what they want to believe, unless they use violence, that's when you have to take a step. That is not accept, unless there is violence of any kind, whether it is animal killing or human killing or whatever killing, plant killing. That is again interference. That is again violence. Until that, we give permission to believe what they want to believe. Free will. And we really give that permission, it gets easier. If somebody is saying something, judging, it's their life, their decision, their stuff. You have nothing to be responsible about. So this is something that I've learned. Like this really liberated me. These two things, which again I learned from my father, is one thing is, if somebody doesn't agree with me, I don't have to get upset. It's okay. They choose to believe what they want to do. I have every freedom in this matrix to do what I want to do, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. I'm going to choose happiness. Nobody has the power to make me sad or happy. I choose to be happy. Only when we accept, okay, you are here, you're supposed to make me happy, that is a wrong expectation. When we start getting into that, we start getting into suffering. You are happy because you choose happiness. You are sad because you're choosing that. You're identifying an experience to be happening a certain way to sadness. So when we start creating those attachments, so one thing is severing those attachments, cutting the cords, Letting go of past is just being here. As Balchandra just said, if you think it's easy, it's easy. If you think it's difficult, it's difficult. It's all you, your decisions. You have to decide. And this power of willpower or whatever gets heightened when you raise your vibration. And that's why meditation is so important, to meditate every single day. Why meditation? It's not just you meditate Mondays and Wednesdays. We got to meditate every single day to see our vibration rising. So again, tomorrow, Thursday, 9 p.m., I'm going to do a meditation class. So join me there. 9 p.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m. Yeah, 7:30 a.m. Indian Standard Time. So make sure you join me there. And the WhatsApp link is available on my Facebook page. You can join the group so that you can get updates about it. And I'm going to go live again on Friday. Okay. Not tomorrow because I have a class tomorrow. So Friday, I'm going to complete this session about judgments and any other questions you may have. And Sunday, the registration for Conscious Creators Bootcamp closes on Saturday. So if you are interested, this is the time to work with me. This is the time. Okay. If you want to work with me, then stop procrastinating, overthinking, just get on board. And let's start the work, real work, before the year ends. So that you can start your year in just 5 weeks. You will see amazing, amazing stuff happening. And I have seen that before. So I'm not just saying it. Completely stop waiting for things to happen in your life. Stop waiting for some miracle to happen and things change. You have to take an action. You have to step into your power by taking a decision, by taking responsibility. So this is something that I'm offering. So if you need more details, ask me. Whatever it is, Radhika, I put the email below. So make sure you connect me there. And if you want to talk to me, you can book a call with me. If you want to work one-on-one with me, because I do offer that. And I don't work with many people. I am very limited because of all the stuff that I do. So thank you guys. I love you. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Okay, on Zoom, personally interact with you, not like this. So bye guys, have a very good night or a very good morning wherever you are, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye bye.